What is up, all my fellow Turbos? This is Steve Turbo here, and I'm bringing you some news that we learned today from Square Enix in regards to Final Fantasy VII, the remake. So, yesterday at the PlayStation Experience, we had gotten a full-on trailer for the game that included gameplay. And everybody was hype about it all over the internet. We were all excited to actually see the characters in their fully realized, full remade forms. We got to hear some actual English voice acting, and we also got to see some of the new battle system for the game and fully rendered gameplay. Everybody was excited about this. I was excited about this. I couldn't contain my hype. But at the same time, I had some questions. I was actually very curious that we had already gotten English voice acting, that we had gotten this crisp, beautiful-looking gameplay so soon. So soon, right after the E3 announcement only 6 months ago. And I thought to myself, for a project this size, I'm surprised we have this much already, and that they were able to keep all of this secret. How exactly did they do that? I thought, man, this game must be pretty far along in development for them to be able to do this. Well, guys, we got a little extra news today from Square Enix in regards to Final Fantasy VII and how it is going to be brought to us. And that is in an episodic format. What that means is that the game will be released in pieces. Essentially, chapters are going to be broken apart into episodes, so you will not get the full game right away. You will instead play them all the way until the end of the chapter, and then you'll have to wait for the next episode. Square really didn't release any information at all as to how this is going to work, and how many episodes the game is going to be spanned across. Naturally, this invoked a lot of fear, confusion, and anger in the gaming community. Understandably so. The gravity of the situation is that this is one of the most cherished games in all of gaming. And Square was already walking a very thin line with this game from the moment they announced that it was happening, that a remake of Final Fantasy VII was happening. Now, they really weren't kidding when they said that this reunion may bring joy and it may bring fear, because yesterday it brought joy and today it brought fear. Personally, this could go in many different ways. This could go simply as in they do 3 parts, a la 3 discs, like the original Final Fantasy VII. In other words, you get very large chunks of the game, but you get them faster, because Square has gone on record to say that a project of this size, remaking Final Fantasy VII in all of its glory, would be a massive project to undertake. Now, this was years ago that they said this. Now, if they release it in episodes, that means we get the game faster. However, that could also mean that potentially some things may be cut out, and that's what has a lot of people scared. While there is the possibility that things could get cut out, the episodic format could also allow them to include more. It's so hard to say because Square Enix didn't really give us any information as to how all of this is going to work. We can only speculate. Now, to me, it would make sense if they did it in 3 parts, because 3 parts at $20 a piece that are fairly sizable would allow for gamers to get a huge experience and get the full value of the game at $60. That's my own personal opinion. And they'll get to experience all the grandeur of Final Fantasy VII without feeling like they've been cheated out of something. That is my hope. The more malevolent side of this is that they release it across several episodes. Could be anywhere between 5 to 10 episodes. And then slowly trickle them out over time. How long this would take is anyone's guess. All the same, I'm trying to retain a positive outlook on this and hope that maybe, just maybe, this episodic format is for the best. that it allows us to get the game faster and it allows them to flesh it out as much as they want. I'm hoping that this will maybe tie up some loose ends. Maybe this will include more story, more side quests, more worlds, more added to the game. That's ultimately what I think would be the best, is that they're saying, hey, we want to do this in episodes because we want to make the game bigger for you guys. And we know you want it, so we want to get it out to you as fast as possible while not sacrificing any of the quality. That is personally my hope. But again, we are in this new modern day of gaming where the almighty dollar rules all. And the more malevolent side of things causes people to have an extreme pessimism on this kind of thing. And especially with a game that's so treasured like Final Fantasy VII, it's just so unfathomable to think that someone would use one of the most cherished, beloved, and greatest games of all time as a money grab. Now granted, Final Fantasy VII is no stranger to that, since we've gotten Advent Children, Dirge of Cerberus, and Crisis Core all bearing the Final Fantasy VII name, along with an endless amount of merchandise. To say that the cow has been milked is an understatement with Final Fantasy VII. So, with that said, I mean, there's always more money to be made, and the Final Fantasy VII name would definitely pull in some serious cash for Square Enix. However, I really don't think they are going to walk on the wrong side of this thin line, and I'm hoping that they will just not be evil about this, and they will just use the episodic format as a reason to make the game larger, more vast, and just add to the game. That is my personal hope. And I think it's the hope of everyone. We all just have to sit here and we just have to wait for the information as it comes. We need to have as positive as an outlook as we can, and when we have the information that we need in regards to it, then we can make our final judgment. But until then, guys, we just have to wait and see. We just have to wait and see what they have in store for us. Let's hope for the best, everybody. Let's hope for the best, and just let's get the game that we want. Let's just hope we're going to get the game that we want. Because at the end of the day, we are still going to experience one of the greatest games of all time, remastered in modern graphics. So irregardless of anything, we are going to get to see some of the most iconic scenes in all of gaming fully remastered and fully realized in the truest form we could ever ask for. So always hold on to that at the very, very least. Just remember that, guys. Hold on to hope and don't let it go. But until then, everybody, go ahead and give me some comments in the comments section below on how you feel. Does this announcement make you upset? Are you at least a little hopeful? Share it all in the comment section below. And most of all, make sure you like this video, share it to the people who you think will like it, and also hit that subscribe button. Keep hope alive, guys. This has been Steve Turbo. Turbo out.